Good morning, church. It's good to be with you today. And today I want to visit the topic again of God's lack of respect for earthly places and traditions. If we read here in 1 Kings chapter 9, verse 6, if your sons turn away from following me and do not keep my commands, my statutes that I have set before you, and if you go and serve other gods and bow in worship to them, I will cut off Israel from the land I gave them, and I will reject the temple I have sanctified for my name. Israel will become an object of scorn and ridicule among all the people. Even though this temple is now exalted, everyone who passes by will be appalled and will scoff. They will say, "Why did the Lord do this to this land and this temple?" Then they will say, because they abandoned the Lord their God, who brought their ancestors out of the land of Egypt. They held on to other gods and bowed in worship to them and served them. Because of this, the Lord brought all this ruin upon them. If we go to the prophet Jeremiah, later on we see that God uses the city or the area of Shiloh as an example. The tabernacle had been set up there, and God reminds the people, go look at Shiloh if you want to know what happens to the land that I'm displeased with, or with people that don't follow after my ways. And the people in Jerusalem later on thought of the temple as a talisman. And they thought, well, the temple's here, nothing could ever happen to Jerusalem. And that just wasn't true. God is not interested. He does not make much of where things are located. And so that should remind us, again, there are no things or places that are especially sacred. God views wherever he is as holy ground. That's what makes a ground holy, his presence, his current presence, not his historical presence. And so, like right now, when we have the Holy Spirit within us, and when we have, as a church, God with us, that makes it holy ground. And we should be especially cautious of verses in Revelation when God says that he will take the lampstand away of a church that doesn't continue to do his work and his will or follow after Jesus as their first love. Should remind us that there's no permanent place. Our job is to continually pursue God with our whole heart, to love him and to rejoice that he is with us and he won't take his Holy Spirit from us. And so let's not get in the habit of making places and things holy. Let's leave holiness to the Lord our God alone and pursue him and his agenda with our whole hearts. I love you, church, and I look forward to talking to you soon again.